welcome back. It's me, Crystal Starr, my trusty tarot cards again, throwing themselves all over the place. We've just had the Queen's Platinum Jubilee over here in the UK, and I want to be having, and it suddenly got me thinking about what is the future for the royal family. If all the truths are coming out, we don't know who's who anymore. We don't know who's still who they say they are anymore, or who's been sent to processing. We don't know what the plans are for the royal family anymore. We don't know how many more scandals are going to be coming out around the royal family. But this Jubilee really got me thinking about this situation. How is this going to move forward? I really wasn't expecting the Queen to still be around, to be fair, for the Jubilee. So I want to do a whole deep dive on the royal family. What's the future for the royal family? Are they all going to be outed? Or is there going to be some other way that they're going to be dealt with? And who's still who they say they are? So let's not hang about. Let's get straight on with it. Now, obviously, I don't really watch the royal family at all. The royal family are not really something I pay any attention to at all. But obviously, the Platinum Jubilee, it was brought to my attention. We get a day off. We get an excuse to have a party. Not a party because of the Jubilee, but it's a day off. So what do? You have a party, don't you? Well, everybody else seemed to, so, you know, why not? But apparently the Jubilee itself, and I've not watched any of it. If you have any information, please leave me a comment below, because I didn't watch a single second of it at all. But apparently it was a complete and utter farce. Obviously Prince Andrew couldn't be there, which was noted on, which brought up the whole Epstein thing again. There was a lot of stuff. The MSM were going after Harry and Meghan, so that was quite interesting. They said that they were booed, and they were also criticised for laughing cruelly about something. I don't know what that's even about. But I don't really know where to start. This is a huge thing. I've got so many questions. Plus I want to have a look at this guy who was claiming to be the real Prince Harry. He wrote a book, apparently, and was shot recently in Ireland. I do want to be having a look at that. Obviously, is Prince, when they do announce Queen's death, is Prince Charles going to take over? Or William? So let's just start somewhere. Let's just have a general reading about the royal family, what's going on with the royal family and the Platinum Jubilee. Right, so let's have a general look around the royal family and this Platinum Jubilee. I was very surprised it was allowed to go ahead. To be honest, I thought they would have pulled the plug before now, but I wonder whether they even know what to do with this in the long run. I get it. I do get it, absolutely. This is absolutely the white hats. The white hats are in charge of all of this. Maybe they didn't know what they were going to do with it, but this was just too much of an opportunity, wasn't it, to just blow this wide open and just make it as obvious as possible. Really make it obvious to people what's been going on, what the royal family have been up to. And they really are one of the, I don't know however many families people say are in charge of the earth, but obviously we know the British royal family. They're all related to all the royal families all over Europe, but we absolutely know they're the darkest of the darkest of the darkest hats. These are the oldest families in the world, and anything you can imagine the Black Cats doing, they've been doing. They've been caught doing it. Prince Andrew's been exposed for doing it recently, and the stuff that he wasn't exposed for, all the money laundering, all the bribery, all the political corruption, all the general corruption. It's just been a fantastic way of exposing some of this and bringing some of this to the fore. And if one interesting thing I found out recently, if you go and have a look at, go to any search engine and type in the demon in the Queen's hair in the 1954 Canadian dollar note. And apparently she requested that, and that doesn't surprise me at all. They're all worshipping that demons and etc, etc, etc. I'll not get into it unless you want me to. Leave a comment below if you don't know what I'm talking about. This was an ideal, perfect opportunity when anybody who might not have been awakened would be watching this absolute farce. Now, this is all about disruptions. Now, this card can mean one of two things. It can mean things are going to go really, really slowly, or it can mean an earth sign gentleman. Now, I'm not sure what Prince Charles or Prince William or Prince Harry is. I shall probably need to check. If you check, that you could probably understand this. So this is struggle and fights and arguments. It's either going to be around an earth sign gentleman, or it's going to be more problems coming out generally over time around the royal family. That wrapped that up really nicely, didn't it? Yeah, that was pretty clear as to why they'd let this go ahead. I can completely understand that. But if anything, what do the White Hats have planned for the royal family? Is it just going to be more and more problems and more corruption being exposed? Is it going to be a big reveal about the real dirty stuff that they've been involved in? If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up the word. The second half of the word is chrome. The first half of the word is adrena. Put those two words together and they make one word. Look that word up and you'll see what really has been going on with these people here. Prince Andrew wasn't the only person doing what he was accused of doing, and with much younger people than that, and the production of that substance that I've just mentioned. So let's have a look what they do have planned, if anything, for the royal family. I get that it has been a real source of contention. I do get that, and I saw that with the Jubilee actually. There was a lot of bunting everywhere, which I wasn't expecting to see at all. A lot of flags, a lot of external celebration of the royal family, which I literally wasn't expecting to see at all. I get that they've had an idea with this and are moving into calmer waters with this after this Jubilee. I get what they're really going to be going for here is, I get where they're going to start is exposing it in the more subtle methods, if you like, exactly what they've been up to. This is a young person. They can't say it out loud, not yet, but things are changing. Obviously, as more and more people are waking up and getting the information out there about what's really been going on. I get that there is at some point going to be an expose. How they do that, they're not quite sure of yet. I get they're going to be using the subtle methods first, and then perhaps just revealing it. I get that once this is out, there's not really going to be any discussion about what's going to be happening to the royal family. There's not going to be a royal family anymore. I don't know whether that includes other European families as well. I think that's too much of a broader topic for me to look at here. I've got so much to look at here as it is. But I get that once it's been exposed what they have been up to, it's not going to be possible for them to continue. I guess that'll be looked at then when it all comes out. Now, I was under the impression that Queenie had gone for processing. This was before she opened Parliament in normal clothes. Do you remember that? I know this time she opened Parliament, she wasn't there, and did she get Charles to do it? Was it Charles? Because Philip's dead. Philip's been announced as dead, isn't he? So, yeah, I know the last time Parliament opened, she wasn't there. She got Charles to do it, didn't she? But the Parliament before, she turned up in like just normal clothes. So I think it was before then. Let's just ask very, very quickly, is that really the Queen, or is it an actress, or is it a clone? Because I understand it's an actress. I'm actually not seeing that she's passed over. I was told that she'd passed over a long time ago. Let's ask that actual question. This seems to indicate that she was given some sort of an out here. I wonder whether that is actually still her. Let's ask again. Is that actually the Queen? Is the Queen still the person that we see, that we are seeing as the Queen? And if so, who's actually in charge of her? I'm not seeing her as passed over at all. Obviously, we've got the white hats in here. Obviously, we've got the white hats in here in the past position. We know that things were resolved. We knew when she opened Parliament in normal clothes, when Donald Trump walked in front of her, when they put green things up at the Buckingham Palace, we knew that it had all been taken over. Absolutely. Now, we've got the devil in here. Now, this could be just... Now, it could be the dark state deep cult. Obviously, they could still have some connection in here. But with this choice card and this victory in here, I wonder whether she was asked if what she wanted to do to be processed or to have a soft expose. Obviously, it was a big struggle. Obviously, it's been a huge struggle. But I wonder whether that is actually the Queen. I really did believe she'd been processed, but that's not what I'm getting here at all. This is about happy family, and this is about young people. So I get that maybe they've promised to keep the young children's secret going for a while and let her front the royal family for a little bit longer, and maybe even excuse some of the royal family that we know are going to have to be processed at some point. Wow, I wasn't really expecting that at all. I really did believe she'd been processed. Now, well, what about Prince Charles then? Is that Prince Charles? And then I want to be asking, if Queenie does die, is he going to be crowned? Is that actually Prince Charles, or has he been sent off for processing? I'm not getting any death cards here at all. I'm not getting any processing cards. I'm not getting any running away cards. I wonder whether that's actually him as well. But he didn't want it to be discovered publicly either, about the what they do with children. He didn't want that out at all. So he must have made a deal, and they must have agreed to it. I don't think it was what he was expecting either, actually. He's had to toe the line. I wonder whether he's been outing other people, or whether that was part of the deal. Obviously, at some point, all of this is going to crumble. Maybe it was in the White Hat's interest to leave them as they are. I'm not getting he's been processed. Is it? I was just going to ask about Prince Andrew. They just said, well, I don't really need to process him, do they? Because he's been outed. He obviously didn't take the deal. Before we look at Prince Charles, if Prince Charles is going to be actually crowned when Queenie dies, shall we ask the question, is that actually, what is this with Prince Andrew? How come he got exposed? And is that actually him? He wasn't having a bar of it. He was not having a bar of it. He was not going to play at all. He was sticking to his guns, and he's been processed. Absolutely. But he felt that he stayed strong, which he probably did in the face of that. That's why he was the one that was exposed, because he wouldn't play ball with them. He kept his mouth shut, and he kept on going the way he was going. I don't think that's him. I think that's why he got exposed. His dirty, dastardly deeds got exposed. I get the White Hats have been in charge of whoever it is that's stepping in from. They're not giving me any indication if he's a clone, or if he's an actor, or if it's all CG, or if it's all staged. I don't know, but somebody's been in charge of that. They're not giving me an idea about that. They're still mulling over what they're going to do with his image and his name from now on. I think he's pretty much out of it now anyway, isn't he? So let's have a quick look. If something happens to Queenie, what are they going to do about Prince Charles or Prince William? Is one of those going to step in? Let's have a look. They know it's all coming to an end. They know they've got no hope, I guess. Honesty and integrity coming up here. I wonder whether there is Prince Charles or Prince Charles or Prince William is an air sign. I'm getting an air sign gentleman in here. I'll check after I've done the video. I've edited the video, and I'll put a pinned comment below. Integrity and a fire sign woman. An earth sign man and a fire sign woman. I'll check that and leave that in the pinned comments below. They're going to come to a deal about what happens, but I do get at some point it's all going to be put out there. The whole thing is going to be put out there, what they've been up to. So I don't think they'll be allowed to continue. I get maybe for a little while, but not forever. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? Now, there was just one more thing I wanted to look at, and that was this gentleman who was claiming to be the real Prince Harry. Now, I know anyone can claim to be, oh, I'm the real Prince Harry. Oh, I'm the real Princess Diana. Of course they can. Before we get on to that, shall we have a look around Meghan and Harry and what's going on with those? And people would be booing them. Was that real? And the mainstream media took a swipe at them. I would assume if the mainstream media had taken a swipe at them, it means that they're on the good side. But I don't know whether that's even the real Harry and Meghan. There's all kinds of things about how much he's changed. And I mean, the real Harry, even if this other guy is telling the truth, I mean, the Harry that we've come to know, if you know what I mean. Once again, I'm not seeing any passing away here. Certainly, they were obviously black cats. Obviously, they were in the past. But I wonder whether they were given another chance, and that's why they skipped off to America to remove themselves from that. If they were told that was an opt-out option for them, obviously everything's changing. Maybe they need it's strange that the King of Swords has come up again with the Queen of Wands. I'll look into that one. And there's possibly a fresh start for them, perhaps under supervision. But I'm not seeing them having passed away. That would make sense as to why the mainstream media were announcing that they'd been booed and taking a swipe at them. I can't remember what it said. They were cruelly laughing or something. I couldn't find it again. It popped up on my feed and then it kind of vanished again. If you know anything about that, please leave a comment below. Yeah, I'll have a look into that because that's quite significant, isn't it? I might even have to do another video about this. But obviously next I want to be looking at the this court case in the High Court about the 2020 USA elections. You know, the Donald Trump and Biden won. Just I know I've probably gone over time, but I do very quickly want to look into this man claiming to be the real Prince Harry. He said he was swapped out at age 8 after he threatened to reveal Prince Charles was not his biological father. You could do a search on this. It's in a lot of the smaller newspapers, not the mainstream media, obviously. And he's Prince Charles's butler exchanged him with the son of Lord Edward James Alexander, in Lincolnshire. What really brought my attention to it was he was in a hotel in Ireland. He was living in Ireland, and he had multiple bullet wounds, although nobody heard anything, and there was signs of a struggle. He also published a book called, I think it's called The Real Prince Harry, The Truth Behind the Royal Lies. And this is another sign as well. Apparently, I didn't write down how many copies it sold. I think it sold 50,000 copies, but the publisher didn't reprint the book. Now, I've had a look for the book. I can't find it anywhere. There is a note of it, but I can't find it anywhere. And I'm not sure exactly when it was that Princess Diana died. I'm pretty sure he was about that age or just a little bit younger. It would make sense if he was rebelling to say something like that, especially if he felt that they had something to do with his mother's death, which, let's face it, who doesn't? So let's have a look around this guy who claims to be the real Prince Harry. If you find anything, please let me know in the comments below. I do think I'm going to have to do another one on this. I didn't have time to do enough research beforehand, but I could do another video if anybody's interested. Let's have a look about this guy claiming to be the real Prince Harry. Well, there are lots and lots of mixed cards in here. I'm not getting anything to indicate lies, and I was focusing in particularly on this guy. Excuse me. I'm not getting anything to indicate that he was he's lying about this. There's been a lot of this, I think, is him moving forward. There's been a lot of struggle around this. Obviously, tens are endings, so we are seeing an ending there. So I do get that he was killed. I don't know whether this is going to be used by the White Hats. We're not seeing the White Hats in here. Obviously, this would be, what would it be, MI5, would it be, doing this? That was the ones he was claiming were threatening him anyway. I think this is about where he is now, because I got him coming through quite strongly when I was asking about him. I think he's got quite a lot to say. I don't know if I've got time, which is quite a shame. I think he's arguing about going through the veil. He may not have passed on. Sorry, he's passed on, but he's not gone through the veil. Right, well, that went on longer than I thought it would. I hope this video is not too long. Like I say, if you do want me to look into this in more depth, please do leave a comment below. Or if you have any questions, or if you have any intel, I'd be really, really interested to know. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you liked this. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you find it helpful. I hope you found it useful. In the next video, I want to be looking at this post-election lawsuits coming up, and could this be the big event? So I hope you join me there. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe, click the bell, and you'll know when the next video is out. Please like and share and comment, and thank you for joining me. Hope to see you in the next video. See you there.